Hi, I'm Ben with Reflection Pro Services. I just wanted to shoot this quick video to show everyone how to do a rinseless wash on their car. So I'll walk you through it step by step, right down to mixing up the chemical, to washing the car, drying it, and getting it ready to go. Everything you do should take you approximately 20 to 30 minutes to get the car completely done. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is take the bucket. This is our bucket that we use. There's a grit guard in here. The grit guard is designed for to take the dirt out of the sponge. This is the sponge that you're going to use, or something similar to it. What it is, these particular sponges have little fingers on them. And when you run the sponge over the top of the surface of the car, it actually encapsulates the dirt into these fingers. And when it gets into the fingers, then you take the sponge in the chemical and rake it against the bottom of the grit guard. What that will do is the chemical makes the dirt on the car heavier than water. And so the dirt will actually sink to the bottom of the bucket and stay there. So hence you're not going to be inducing dirty water back onto your car, even though it might look like it. First thing is, this is our bucket that we would sell with our kit. It is a 3.5 gallon bucket. If you fill the water line to right about here, it comes out to about 2 gallons of water. The mixture for our Eco Wash, which is the chemical that you're going to use, is 1 cap per 2 gallons of water. So in other words, you fill in this little cap up, like that. That's all you need. Okay? And then the next thing is just to fill it up. All right. Let's go over here. This is the microfiber towel that you're going to use. The towel that we have is actually blue. This one's yellow. The only difference is the yellow tends to show more dirt than the blue does. So that's the only reason that it is the different color. So it's just a different preference. This is Ceramic Plus. This is actually a drying aid and a sealer all in one. This will aid in cleaning your car as well. So this is part of the wash process. This is called Eco Wash Ready to Use. Basically, it's this that I just mixed up in the bucket, put in a spray bottle. Okay? What you want to use this for is to emulsify the bugs and the dirt and debris on the front part of the car before you actually wash it. And then you can also use this on the interiors to clean like your dash and your door panels and your seats. It's just a really good all-purpose cleaner. And what's great about this is once you use this, take this same bottle and fill up your bottle with your when you mix up your new bucket, fill this bottle with that new mixture before you actually wash the car, and you have your regular mixture again. This basically, in this bottle, is what's in the bucket right now. So this here, the first thing you're going to do is spray any areas that might have bugs on them, just in general. Kind of mist it onto the surface. Usually I cover the window and the front mirrors, the headlights, the front bumper. Just kind of let it set. All right, that's good. All right, now the next thing, and what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit until we're ready to get to that spot. The next thing is, this is your sponge, your mixture. And as you pick it up, you don't want it draining like that. You just want it to hold water just about like that. Okay? Take the sponge, top of the surface. Just take the weight of the sponge and go over the surface of the car. There's no need to pre-rinse it, none of that. just do one section at a time. And then take this is your drying aid, spray it up into the air, like that. The bigger surfaces, you want to do 2 squirts, the smallest surface, 1 squirt. Just let it, what you do is you spray it into the air and let it mist onto the surface. That way it spreads out as opposed to spraying it directly on the paint and having to smear it yourself. So, then you just take your towel, and you can use either side. Just take your towel and wipe it down. See, that's the dirt from the top as it was in. Rake it against the bottom, and that's what it comes out like. Okay? Yeah, same thing. Normally what I'll do while you're standing here is go over the window too while you're here. And you can actually spray this on your window with the Eco Wash on there, and it actually acts as a really, really good window cleaner as well. As you can actually, if you absolutely had to, you can do it in direct sunlight, because you're only doing one panel at a time. Alright, same process on this side. Always do the biggest areas, surface areas first. So that way you can get them, they're easier to get finished. Front bumper. Remember when we sprayed that down with the spray? Come in here. There's a little bit of bug damage or bugs in there. All you do is just wipe them right away. So it just breaks it all. It breaks down all the bug guts, where you can actually take your hand and wipe them away if you wanted to. Same process. That's it. Now on the front, especially with this towel, I don't know if you noticed on the front where I clipped the windshield wipers. If you use the terry cloth side on anything that will snag, it will snag these little fibers. So when you get to the front, or get an area that might possibly snag, use your front. Starting at the top, what I usually do when you get a window like this, just take your sponge and mash it in there to it. What I normally do, take the sponge out, that way it doesn't get any more contaminated and dirty than it already is. And use the water that we've just washed the whole car with. See how dirty that is? Okay? But it's still okay to use. Take a black towel, which will supply you with 2 different towels. thing you do is wipe down your tire. And take your towel and wipe it on the insides. What I normally do with the towels at the edges is just go like that in the insides. Now you can use the Ceramic Plus in here, but Ceramic Plus as a whole will tend to make things a little on the slick side. So you don't want to spray the Ceramic Plus anywhere near your brake calipers, because not saying that it will, but it's probably not a good idea. Because you don't want your calipers to have an extra layer of oil on them when you try to use them. So I just usually stick with the Eco Wash on here. Don't spray anything unless it's cleaner on these wheels. But you take the edge of the towel and just go inside and clean each wheel. And then take your drying towel, go ahead and just dry it. Alright, so that's it. This is basically a rinseless wash. I hope everything works out, and just let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.